guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your golden girl Harriet Maloba, back with another bang recipe. That is, today we are going to have chapatis and beans in coconut sauce. So what do we need? Here I have 1.5 kgs of wheat flour, and then I like handling my flour with like a pastry margarine because of the gluten. So I have made my own of 50 grams of 40 grams of margarine and 10 grams of white fat. Then I've divided the two to have 25 here, 25 grams here, and here the 25 grams is going to be mixed together with the it has been mixed together with the oil. So this is what I'll use for applying and cooking, and this is what I will use to fold in. So I like it doing like that because the stretching of the gluten, the white fat normally shrinks the gluten, and then the margarine give it a crispy texture. So this is my water. It's warm water. I normally use warm water. So I'm going to dissolve the salt in warm water so that we don't end up over salting the flour or the dough. Okay, so we rub in this first with our fingertips. Then once we have done that, we put in the warm water. There are people who don't like touching the dough with their hands, so they always use a mwiko, but I have no problem with handling it. I mix it well into a soft dough. We put water in bits so that we don't make the dough very wet.
Kick.
Once you have it ready, completely mixed up into a dough. Then we put it on a flat surface. You can see how my bowl is clean. It's not sticky at all. And now we begin the kneading technique. This one we normally do to add in air to the dough and also to make the dough soft. The fingers are feeding and then the thumb is kneading. The thumb is the one that is pushing until you feel the surface. You can see the dough is not wet, and every time you knead, it softens because of the amount of air that you add in. So we don't keep on adding flour, adding water, but just in case you are mixing and you are kneading and your dough became very hard, then you can correct it by touching the warm water with your fingers, and then you continue kneading. But if the liquid was enough, then you don't have to. And how will you know that your dough is becoming soft instead of hardening? Every time you knead, you will hear the sound of air in your dough. So our dough is ready. So we are going to add in now the mixture of the oil and the 25 grams of margarine and white fat. Just a bit to knead it with it. Then we will leave it to relax and go to our beans. Our beans, which we have already boiled. So what do we need? Beans boiled. We will have our whole chilies, which we are going to put whole, so that we only take care of the smell of the coconut. We are not using any other oil apart from what is in the coconut. And in the coconut, we have the light water and we have the thick water. We have onion rings, and we have curry powder that we are also going to use, plus salt and some bit of cardamom that we are going to add. I only did 1 kilogram of beans because my family is small. And I'm always in the kitchen, so I don't like making things with much leftovers. So the husks, we can always put them in the sufuria of tea. Those ones you don't throw away. So we shall finish it up, the beans up in this sufuria. So what I'll do is I'll put half the beans. See, the beans boiled until cleared its water completely. Then I will have the onions. A bit of curry powder. And then we have the other lot of beans. We finish up the onion rings. These were just 2 large onions. We do our, this is just to reduce the smell of the coconut oil when we are eating. Then we will put some salt and then we add the coconut milk. So we put the light coconut milk until where it reaches the level of the beans there. So this pot we are going to cover and place on the jiko now, or on the gas burner. And then this one, we are going to put it briefly on the jiko on its own, because it's for finishing the beans. So while that pot is going on, you can clear your surface and prepare now to continue with the chapati. Our dough has relaxed and our beans are already cooking. So we'll keep on working on our chapati as we check on our beans for that water to reduce completely and be absorbed by the beans before we add the thick coconut milk. So now we make balls depending on whatever you want. There are those who want them very small. There are those ones who want them medium. If you are eating chapatis in your home with numbers, whatever you want. There are people who would want to divide this bowl equally with the number of the people who are in the house. So I'll put mine in a line. The reason being, I want them to have the same resting time, so that since I've started with that one, that's the one I will start with in all the processes, up to including cooking, so that they all can rest the same. So you know you can see the balls have blisters. This the air I was talking about. It relaxes enough. You've added in enough air, then it becomes light, even in rolling. You don't use a lot of strength, and the gluten doesn't roll back, doesn't push the dough back when you roll. Once we are done with the balls, and make sure we don't forget our beans, we can now roll the balls. You can see once you have the air and you give it enough relaxing time, it just rolls itself. And when you roll, you can still see the bubbles all over the the, the rolled dough. So remember, our oil, we had mixed it with a bit of margarine and the white vegetable fat so that it can continue to relax the dough and at the same time work on the gluten and give the chapati a crispy finish.
Got kick.
You can still sprinkle some little flour if you so wish to just add on to the layers. Or to make the layers more visible. You make it with very little effort, no strength. Because the dough, the gluten has been handled. You can still add value to your chapatis. Like you can add chopped dania, the leaves. You can have carrots. You can have pumpkin. And pumpkin mostly prolong. By the way, pumpkin prolong the shelf life of chapati. For those who have children in boarding school, you can and they're allowed to keep maybe, you can make for them. And they can keep them for more than the 2 days that they are allowed.
kick.
Done. Now we can be rolling for cooking. You make sure you put your pan so roll your chapatis, and automatically you will see the round shape has been maintained. Don't forget to check on the beans, they are doing quite well.
Get kick. So you let it cook one side, turn to the other side and let it cook before we begin to add. You can see it raising up the amount of air that is inside. So you make sure the other side also cooks the same. Then we will add the oil to finish up the cooking. So once both sides has cooked, then now we can put the oil sparingly on top, not so much. So once that is done, The back side will also be cooked. Then you also put the you can see it's breaking the crispiness. You can see our chapati is ready and it's already peeling itself off. So you can put it in a plate, fold it. You can see the way it's separating itself. See how the chapati looks. So we put it there. Let's clear off. Then we put the other chapati. So our beans are ready. The water has dried, the light water. So now we will put the thick coconut which we had cooked briefly. So this one we'll be putting in people's plates. Once you have served, you can put a bit on their plate. And our beans are ready. So we wait for the chapatis to be ready and then we plate. So our meal is ready. We want to plate. You can see the chapatis, very soft, all the layers that you want. Okay, and our beans. So we are going to serve the beans in a bowl. Then we can wrap it up with some coconut cream and place it there. Then so our plate is ready. Remember we had chili inside here, so that one can be put there as a garnish. Whoever is eating that plate could eat it or leave it. So we wrap up, guys. We have come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching my content. If you are new in this channel, please subscribe, share the videos, share with your family. Make sure you do some likes. If you are an old subscriber, continue supporting me with sharing and watching my content. I thank you and God bless you. I don't take it for granted. Welcome and welcome again. Thank you.